right there on top of the moon. We could sit and do nothing. I wish we were bold to just fly away. I don't wanna care. Just be here and I'm good alone. I'll be okay, miss you like an old friend.
So, update on this book. It is actually very slow. I'm on chapter 18. Super short chapters though, but I started it about a week ago, and then I put it down and I picked up 1,000 Boy Kisses, and then I'm almost finished with 1,000 Boy Kisses, and that book's super duper sad. Bawled my eyes out. But this book, it's not really sad yet to me, so I'm not crying. It's not a bad book. It's a good book. Just probably wouldn't have picked it if I knew it was this slow. But
Too scared now, thinking I should call up all night.
this book was kind of still is slow, but it's a lot better. I've been annotating it. See, I got the sun in my eyes. I've been annotating it pretty good. It's getting interesting from the last little update I did, but I don't know. I'm not really liking it. It's not been sad. I read not that book, 1,000 Boy Kisses, and that absolutely killed me. I bawled my eyes out. It broke my heart. That was like the saddest book. I picked 2 sad books to read this month, and those was the 2 sad books. And 1,000 Boy Kisses broke my heart. Like, it was the saddest book I've ever read. I bawled my eyes out. I had to stop reading and take a break because I was crying so hard just to finish the book. It was so sad. But this book I thought was going to be sad. It was supposed to make you cry and everything, but I haven't yet, which I'm almost halfway through with it. This is about my second week reading on it. I put it down, picked up 1,000 Boy Kisses, and then I picked this back up and started reading it. The whole reason why I put it down was because it was getting so slow. And that's my problem with books, is whenever it gets slow, I don't want to pick them back up. So this is my last update on the If He Had Been With Me and 1,000 Boy Kisses. I didn't really do too much videoing on 1,000 Boy Kisses because I listened to it while I did my door behind me and other things. So these are my 2 reviews on these. It had been with me. I read it. I loved the first part of it, and then it got super slow, as you can see it with my annotating, and then it picked back up at the end. It was not as sad as everybody says it is. I liked it, or it looks like I really super duper liked it because of the annotating, but I ended up not really liking it that well. The character was just a little bit odd in my mind to me, and I know that might sound just a little bit harsh, and I don't mean for it to sound harsh, but I didn't like the whole tiara thing. That was just a little odd, and I saw a lot of people say that they blocked it out of their mind while reading it, but I couldn't not think about the tiara because she mentions it a million times in the book, and I didn't like that. And of course, at the beginning of the book, it tells you what happens at the end of the book, which he gets in a car accident and he dies. And they was practically raised as twins, but they was best friends since they was in the womb, and there's friends and everything until I think it was 11 years old, and then they kind of stopped talking. That's whenever it kind of started to where they stopped talking to each other, and then whenever they went to high school, they like completely separated. No more talking. I mean, just hi bye kind of deal. Well, and then she gets a boyfriend, he gets a girlfriend, and her boyfriend he seems controlling through the whole book, and I didn't like that at all. He cheats on her, of course, so I mean, it's bad. But then at the end of the book, the boy and girl, the best friends, Autumn and Finn, I think that's what, Finny, they get together, like in the last couple of chapters. And I was eating this book up at the end because I was like, oh yeah, finally they're together. He dies. So, like, as soon as they get together. And then it leads off as she's in like a psych ward, either in the hospital or an actual psych ward. I'm not really for sure, I can't remember. But it leads off as of her taking a pregnancy test. So, she may or may not be pregnant by Finney. I don't know. We'll have to see. Because there's a prequel, a second book to this, and it's If I Would Have Told Her. I think that's what it was called. Probably won't read it. I didn't like this one too well, so I don't think I like the boy's point of view. But I did. Annotated it. Crazy annotated it. Except for the middle. The middle's kind of dry. I give it about a 3-star. 3.5. Because a lot of it could have been dealt without. And it seemed too kiddie-ish in a way. And then 1,000 Boy Kisses. I give this book a 5 out of 5. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 stars. But this book broke my heart. I cried so hard at the end, I had to stop reading it or stop listening to it for about an hour and then pick it back up and finish it. And I was like dry heaving and crying my eyes out through the last, I don't know, what was it, like 5 chapters, I think, last 5 chapters. Same kind of deal with the If He Had Been With Me. They're best friends, but they're best friends since about 4 or 5 years old. And they're next door neighbors, same thing in each book. He ends up moving back to his home country because he's from somewhere across the seas. I can't remember what it was. But he ends up having to move back. And then 2 years later, and then they lose all, where she cuts him off. And they lose all contact. And then he ends up moving back to the hometown. Same houses, same side by side and everything. She was sick for the 2 years and he didn't know it, and not a lot of people knows it except for like a handful of people. And she ended up having cancer. I can't remember exactly what type of cancer it was, but it was to the point where it was terminal. She was gonna die. He finds out, so he tries to give her 1,000 boy kisses, her 1,000 special boy kisses, and the last one was to send her to heaven on, and that was just broke my heart. And then he ends up dying and going to heaven, and they are joined back together. It never says how he dies, or at least I didn't listen to it all the way to how he died because I was too busy bawling my eyes out. But I give it a 1,000 out of 10 stars. Like, it was awesome. Like, I recommend it. It is very tear-jerking. It is very heartbreaking. It is a very good book. I couldn't put it down. Like, I finished it within a couple days. But it is very, very sad. It is very, very heartbreaking. I've never cried that hard on a book before in my entire life. And I really didn't think it was going to be that good because of the start of the book. Which it was good all the way through, but the start of it, I felt like it wasn't going to be that good. And I read it alongside of If He Had Been With Me, and I actually finished 1,000 Boy Kisses before I finished this one. And at the end of the month, I did pick up Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I didn't like it. I mean, I have 7 tabs. It wasn't good. A lot of people will probably say it's good, but I just could not get into this book. I did move on to After by Anna Todd, my bad. And I know there's movies out on this, and I loved the movies, so I figured people said to read the book because the book is different and it has more in it. Of course, the books are always going to have more in it, but it's kind of spot on, except for a very few things different. And I'm only on chapter 5, and this is my first book of June, and it's June 4th while I'm filming this. So, and I really like it. I'm very interested in it. I am having this one differently kind of than my other ones, and I think I might, where this is a 5-book series. By the way, Amazon had them on sale, a $90 book series for I think I got it for $25, $23. So you snag it if you want it. I thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. If you like my videos, please subscribe. I don't have no subscribers. And you have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.